Assalamu alaikum and welcome back, guys, for the fourth lesson in Python programming. Imagine you have a beautiful necklace made of beads where each bead represents a character. Now, some necklaces are long, some are short, and the arrangement of beads creates something meaningful. Just like how a string in programming is a collection of characters that form words, sentences, or even entire paragraphs. Just as every bead has its place in the necklace, every character in a string has an index, allowing you to retrieve or manipulate them however you want. Today, we are going to learn about strings, string slicing, string methods, how to manipulate your string, and all of that. So, without wasting any time, let's dive deep.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Today, we'd be learning about strings, string slicing, string methods, and then, of course, at the end of it, we're going to live code and show you how to code. First, let's talk about string. Of course, we are going to talk about two things, which is what is a string and why do we need a string. So strings basically give you a way to store and work with text. Why do you need it? Whether you're dealing with user input, data from a file or text-based output, as I've written, strings allow you to handle and process text in a structured way by treating text as a sequence of characters. You'd understand that when I show you this in the VS Code, and you can easily access and manipulate any part of it. What is a string slicing? Let's keep it very simple. String slicing lets you focus on just the part of the text you need, not the whole text. For example, I have a paragraph and I wish to work on a specific sentence. I can extract that specific sentence from the paragraph and work on it. It's just like you have a cake and you want to slice a portion out of it. For example, that has a cherry on top of it. You like cherry, so you slice that part out of the whole cake. This is very similar to that concept. You, from the whole string, you just extract the part you need. And it is very useful if you want to extract a domain or an email address, a few characters from that. Then we have string methods. Now, if we talk about string methods, they are the methods that offer a very powerful ability to manipulate and analyze strings quickly and easily. Replace a word with some other word. You can change the whole text into a title style. You can search inside the text. You can remove any text from the text. So you can do anything that you can think of, you can do with the string methods. Why do we need it? To make our life easier. Because when you can manipulate the text however you want to, you can do multiple things. You can perform specific operations on it. So it becomes very handy if you know string methods. And you would realize this when I show you in the example. So we have talked about strings, we have talked about string slicing, string methods. Now it is the time to code and see how these things work. Today's quote is, practice is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Every repetition brings you closer to mastery. Having said that, let's now switch to VS Code. So I have opened the VS Code and I have already made the file, as you can see, lesson4.py, and I have 3 comments in this file: string, string slicing, string methods. So, and ideally it would be great if you can do the practice with me. That would enhance your understanding and it would make you an expert in coding. Because just looking at the video would not benefit you much. You are going to understand the topic, but if you do not practice, you are going to forget it very quickly. So without wasting any time, let's start with text. How to declare text. So let's say text. You put quotes. Python is easy to learn. This is one way. Another way is, if I have a long text with multiple lines, what I can do is I can put 3 quotes, just like a comment. Python is and then I enter. I do not write it in this line. This is line 2. is line 3, and so on. I can write multiple lines. Now if I print, so how do I print? I would write text without any quotes. This would print whatever value is stored inside the text. Does not matter if it's an integer or it's a string. It would print whatever is saved inside the text. So let's run this. If I run this, it says there is no, it has run. This is the line. Python is easy to learn. The first line. Now if I print text 1, this is Python is easy to learn. This was the first print statement at line 7, and this is line 8. Python, this is line 2, this is line 3. So you see it has printed 3 lines because of this string. Now let's talk about string slicing. What is string slicing? String slicing is basically accessing a part of your complete string. For example, if I do print text, and then I put square brackets, and I say 0 till, let's say, 5. And now I print this. What's gonna happen? You see, it printed Python. Let me comment this so it does not print this. Let me clear this and then rerun this. So this is, you see, Python. It printed how many characters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How it works is the first character is indexed as 0. Then it counts 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this line, it means 0 is included and 5 is excluded. So it is basically, it is going to print the 0th index, but it is not going to print the 5th index. It is going to print till the 4th index. Means the total characters are going to be 5, but since we are starting from 0, so it would stop at the index 4. Another thing is, if I do print and I wish to learn the length, I would do len text. You see, it is telling me that it has 23 characters. This gives you the number of characters a text has. So P is 1 character, Y is 1 character, T is 1 character, even space is a character. Now you can access a text from the middle as well. For example, if I write 5 till 10. So it is going to include the 5th index till the 9th index. 10 would be excluded. When we printed this, it excluded the 5. It printed till O. So this text should start from N because this is index number 5. Let's check. You see, N space I is, it printed 4 characters. Now what if I do this? Then I check the length of this particular slice. So you see, it gives the length 5. If I do this, so it, now look at this line. This line is printing this. And how many characters are there? There should be 5 characters. Now let's look at this. N space IS. This looks like it has printed 4 characters, but it has not. It is printing the space after S as well. For example, if I write 1, you would see it would print N space IS1. Let's rerun this. See? N, so 5 characters are printed in this case. So by doing this, you can access any part of string. We also have a concept of negative slicing. So this is another way to access whatever is inside your text. This is also slicing, but it uses a different pattern. For example, if I write text, and then I write 0 till -4, and then I print this. So you see, it printed Python is easy to. It printed till L. How does this work? So the easiest way to remember this is similar to if I write 0 length of text -4. Let's run this. You see, both of them gave the same output, line number 18 and line number 19. So when you have a negative index, what it is doing is it is subtracting this number from the total length or total number of characters from that particular text. For example, in this text we had 23. Length of the text was 23. So if you minus 23, minus 4 from 23, what is it that you would get? Let's do this. 0 till 19. If I run this, okay, it's not 19. It's gonna be 20. Because 20 is not included. So if you want to print till 19, you have to write 20. So you see, all three lines, they are printing the same output, but you have three different styles of writing. How do you want to slice the text? It's up to you. Whatever you find easy, you do it that way. Okay, let's now talk about string methods. So if I have a string which said Python is super easy to learn and understand with 3 exclamatory mark. What are the methods? Methods are basically, let me put the cursor away. So, one of the method we've already seen, which is, oh no, you have to click here, print len of a. So this would give you the length of this text. Python is super easy to learn and understand. Let me do one thing. Let me comment all of this. So we only see the result of whatever we are writing in this. And you can also you can change the whole string into uppercase using the method upper. You also have the option to change it into lowercase, which makes sense. If you have an option to change it into uppercase, you should have the option to change it into lowercase. You can also capitalize. You can also make it a title. You can find a word, a character, a sentence, whatever you want to find. You put it inside these quotes, and it would find the exact same sequence of characters. You can also count the number of occurrences a particular word, a character, or a sentence has in your text. And you can also replace one word with another. For example, in this case, I am replacing easy with the word hard. So easy is my target word and hard is my desired word that I wish to replace easy with. This is interesting. If I do this, a strip, let's do this, AR strip. So what it would do is it would remove this exclamatory mark, but from the end of the string. Now let's run this and look at the results. So we started from this uppercase. You see it has changed the whole text into uppercase. Lowercase, it was already in the lowercase. Then we have capitalize. Capitalize means that you are going to capitalize the first character, which it did not do. Why it did not do? It is yes, because there's a space in the first character. So capitalize capitalizes the first character. Now, first character is a space. You cannot capitalize a space. Then you have title. What does title do? Title capitalizes the first character of every word in the sentence. So Python is super easy to, you see, it has capitalized the first character in the sentence. What is next? Next is you are finding easy. Easy is at the index number 17. So let's see, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Why is it 16? It should be 17, and that's because this is one character. The space is one character. So you start from this. 0 is, this is space. So 17th is this index. It is giving you the index of the first character of easy. Then you have count, how many times is has occurred in the sentence. It has occurred one time. Let's see, there is, there's no is. Okay, what else? Then we have replace easy with the hard. Python is super hard to learn. You see, the sentence was Python is super easy to learn. Now it has changed into Python is super hard to learn and understand. Then we have our strip, which what it did, it removed exclamatory from the end of the string, as you can see. And we also had another, which is do strip. So it would remove the white spaces. It would remove the spaces from the start or from the end. So we had a space at the beginning. It removed that space. You see, there's a space, but there's no spaces. Another important thing to remember is that strings are immutable, which means that you cannot mutate the string itself. For example, the variable a, if I do a dot upper, and then I print a, what do you think has happened? Nothing. It did not change a at all, because strings are immutable. You cannot change the variable that is storing the string. If you wish to have a variable with the uppercase, you're going to define a new variable, and then you would say a dot upper. Now if you print b, you would see that it has converted into uppercase. So this is basically string. You can also explore further in it. For example, you can do a dot is alpha num false. So this is basically going to return a boolean data type, which is either true or false. So is alpha number, it just means alphanumeric. It means that whether your text has alphabets, your text also have numbers. If it has alphabets and numbers, it is going to return true. But in this case, we only have text. There is no numbers, so it has returned false. What if I do print is digit, which means it is also false because it is not digits. If I do print a dot alpha, no, this is not how you do alpha. How do you do alpha? You do alpha, let me see, is alpha, it should work. Why does it not work? Oh yes, because I have not put the brackets here. False. It's not alpha. Now this is strange. Why is it saying that it is alpha? It is false, that it is not alpha. This is your sentence. I see this is maybe, okay, for example, maybe there are 3 exclamatory marks and it is saying that it is not alpha because of these exclamatory marks. Now if I remove these exclamatory marks and rerun this, what's going to happen? Oh, it is still telling you that it is false. So this is going to be an interesting problem. You have a variable. So this is going to be your quiz question. You have a variable test. And if I check print text dot dot is alpha. Text, oh no, it's not text, it's test. So the question is, when I check this test, this variable test, which has nothing but alphabets, it says that it is not alphabets. What is the probable reason behind this? False. So this is your question. You have to think and answer the reason why this is false and not true. So that's it for today. I hope you have understood what are strings, how do you declare a string, what is a string slicing, how do you extract a particular chunk from the string, and what are the different string methods. And then at the end you have this quiz question. Why is it that it gives a false reply when I say that this is text? Of course this is text. There are no special characters, there are no exclamatory marks, there are no digits in it. It is purely an alpha text. Then why is it saying that it is false? So that's it for today, guys. Stay healthy, stay happy, and take care of yourself. I would see you in the next video.